Students, good morning. So, online students, those who are in online, am I audible students? Right. So, let us start, students. So, I hope in the last session, last moment, the net was not working for online students. So, the topic was communicating with Oracle or database. There are the steps. I started with this part. This is the one I discussed in the last part of the session. Steps for developing Python database communication applications. To deal with Python database communication applications, we need to do the following prerequisites. What are the first prerequisite? Already done. Installing Python software. As a part of our system, we have Python 3.12. You have already verified the Python version, students. So how that version you can verify? Python hyphen version. So hyphen version hyphen version. So you will be getting Python 3.12.5. So I'm having that version. So next install the database software. Last class I already said you the link also for you that you install it. Oracle you install first. Later you can go for MySQL also. These are all comes under various database softwares. Install corresponding database module for Python programmers. Up to 3.10 version, install CX underscore Oracle module for which database? For Oracle database. And for 3.11 and higher, install Oracle DB module. For MySQL, install MySQL hyphen connector and MySQL hyphen connector hyphen Python, etc. After installing the above software, we develop the application which will establish the communication with Python software, establish the communication between Python software and database software. To do this, we need to learn the following steps. What is the first step? I said, come on, faster. Import appropriate database module and other modules if required. Every Python program must obtain the connection. Next, every Python program must create an object of cursor. This part already discussed. Online students. Now, every Python program must create an object of cursor. Every Python program must design the query. Every Python program must design the query and place the query in the cursor object and send for execution of what? Send for execution to the database. And next, this part, we created an object, cursor. There we got some internet connection yesterday. After creating the cursor object, every Python program must design the query. It's nothing but what? Request or your question. Place the query in the cursor object because it is carrying the cursor from Python program to database software and send for execution to the database. So the query cursor object will carry your query database. Here it may be any database. It will carry to the database and execute also. After executing, next step number 5, every cursor object will bring the processed result in the database. So cursor will bring the result to the Python program. That Python program must process the result. How to process it, I am going to tell you. And later, last is called what? Every Python program recommended to close the connection from database software. It is optional to do it. It is an optional, not mandatory, students. Optional, because It is the auto closable. Like files are auto closable now, like the database connections also will be auto closable. I think you are following me. These steps I want to apply for the Oracle. For Oracle thing, I want to go for it. So coming to the point of it, coming to the point of it, for steps for developing Python database communication applications, these are the prerequisites. These are the steps to be remembered. Now I'm going to enter into the same thing. How you can communicate with the Oracle. These are general steps. How do you communicate with the Oracle? Start import appropriate database over. What we are going to do? Which one? Oracle DB or CX underscore Oracle. This is the general steps. And I'm going to tell you with what? Oracle. Next, after that, what? Every Python program must get the connection from where? Oracle. Next, every Python program must create an object of cursor. And these three steps will be common. These 3, 4, 5, 6 are going to be same. First two are going to change continuously. If I want to communicate with Oracle, Oracle module is required. If I want to communicate with MySQL, MySQL module is required. And obviously connection also will be changing. I think you are following me. So how do you go for establishing this communication? Now I'm going to enter into the steps for developing or communication between Python database, Python and communication between communication between Python and database softwares. Database softwares. This part is going to be natural. What are the steps now? Number one, import. Which module is required? Oracle DB module. Because I'm not talking about a CX underscore Oracle. So we need not to worry about the older version and other modules if required. Next, every Python program must get connection from where? Oracle software. Important. This is very, very important. Every Python program must create an object of cursor. Same. Every Python program must design the query, place the query in the cursor object. Same. Every Python program process the result. Same. Closing also same. And this first two steps, and these two steps are very, very important. So let me talk about the first step explanation I am talking. These steps explanation I am going to explain one by one. Carefully try to follow. Online students, can you respond once? Is it clear? So first step I am going to take it. What is the first step? To communicate with Oracle database. Which module is required? Come on. Oracle module is required. So I'm going to take up example. To communicate with any Oracle database, I must go for what? Import Oracle DB as ORC. What is this ORC called? Alias name. So you can take even Oracle DB also, no problem. That is the step number one. Step number two, that takes lot of time. So let us have the step number two, which is a very, very important. So connection establishment is very, very important. Let us start understanding about it. So after importing the module, here I am writing, after importing the module, Python program, Python program must get the connection from Oracle database, Oracle database by using function name called what? Connect. What is the function name? Connect. Connector, which is present in expect. Present in where? Oracle DB module. Oracle DB module. One conclusion you have to come to, student. An intelligent student will come to a conclusion that every function belongs to the module. And you have seen lot of modules and lot of functions also you have seen up to so far. And connect is the function present in which module? Oracle DB. Sir, what is the syntax? Syntax I am going to talk. Variable name is equal to Oracle DB dot connect of You need to pass connection URL. I will pass it. URL. I will pass it. It's a very danger. Connection URL. You need to pass it. Sir, what is the connection URL? The general notation of the general notation of the general notation of connection URL. The general notation of connection URL is now I'm going to write it. What is the general notation of connection URL? Very, very simple. Double quotes. In the double quotes, you need to write it. First of all, as I said to you in the last session only, diagrammatic representation. This is called my Python program. This is called the Python program. This is a database. Database. Take the example. This is called Python program. Python program this is. Well, next another one is here I am having Oracle is there. MySQL is available. DB2 is available. MongoDB available. Next is called PostgreSQL is available. And SQLite 3 is also available. SQLite 3 is also available. These are all called what? Different type of databases. Following me? Different type of databases are available. So here, take care. So here I'm going to take about different type of databases are available. These are all different type of databases which are present into my system. Okay. Now I'm going to take up the simplest point here. Okay. Now, generally, this is present into, generally in our industry, this program present into one of the mission called M1. Mission M1. Carefully listen. Mission M1. Because in the networking also we discussed DNS as well as IP address. Like that here also will be coming. Take care. Mission M1 and next is called Mission M2. So in one of the mission, both of them are what? Networked. Both of them are networked. Where this missions and this missions are physically connected. Physically connected means what? It doesn't mean that your system can communicate. So once they are physically connected, you need to be authorized in getting the connection. So mission 2, the mission 1 program that is called Python program need to get what? Connection from the mission M2. Mission already networking is over, students. Local host and IP address 127.0.1, that part is already completed. Mission M1 Python program need to get the connection from mission M2. So mission 1 require what? Two things it require. One is name of the mission where my database software is available. Or this is one thing. One more thing is called what? Address of the mission where my where my database software is present. That address is known as IP address, Internet Protocol address, networking terminology, or you need to know the name of the mission. That is called DNS, stands for Domain Naming Service. This will give you what? Either name of the mission you can specify or an address of the mission you can specify. Any one of it you can specify. So finally, if a mission 1 want to communicate with any database, first you have to contact the mission name. That means either you need to specify the DNS or you must specify the IP address. That will give you the connection with the system where my database is present. It doesn't mean that you are going to get it. You have to enter after getting connection with that. You have to enter into where? Oracle. So you are knocking the door of Oracle. So Oracle will ask you, who are you? You need to tell, my username is called system. My password is called a tiger. So Oracle will understand, oh, he is our authorized student only. What is the username of Oracle? You are telling to that Oracle, my username is system, my password is what? So it gives an access to whom? Oracle. But at the same time, this is called what? Username. This is called password. So first you have to communicate with whom? Name of the PC which is containing the what database, or address of the PC where my database is present. Next, you need to mention what there are a lot of databases are there. Each database contains username and password. Which username and password you need to pass? That particular username and password will make you as an authorized. Plus, next you need to pass it. One more thing called what service ID you need to pass. Service ID. Service ID means what? On which name this Oracle database is available into your system. On which name this Oracle database is available in your system. It means, suppose your name is called something like, Chandramouli, for example. Chandramouli is a student in online. So Chandramouli is a complete name of the student. This student is available in his home on what name? Parents will call on what name? Some nickname will be called nickname. That is known as what? On that nickname only he is providing the services. So this nickname will be allotted by the Chandramouli parents during his childhood only. It means when you install Oracle software, that time your hardware installation process will ask you what is the service ID, on which name you want to make this Oracle to be available into the PC. Are you able to follow me? So that service ID, I will tell you how to find out. How to find the service ID, I'm going to show you in the class. So how to find out, I'm going to show in the class now. So how many things you need to pass? You need to pass some details like this. Number one is called DNS at the rate. You need to write at the rate DNS slash service ID. And before that, you need to mention username slash password at DNS and this service ID. Or you can also mention what you can say username or password at the rate of IP address. IP address of what? SID. It is going to be the connection URL general part. Connection URL general part will be that one. So I'm going to mention this. So what is here now? I will go to this place. Connection URL represents what? Username slash password and at the rate DNS and service ID. Service ID. So this is the notation for service connection URL. You can also mention like this itself. You can also mention like that. So I can mention like this. Password, DNS. This is called what IP address. IP address you can mention. And this is the one you need to pass it. So what is the username What is the password which I already shown you. What is the DNS IP address? When you enter into the IT, when you enter into the company people will tell the DNS and next what? IP address. But in this case today, we are working out Python program, Python program and a database called Oracle remains in the same place only, remains in my system only, present into the single PC only, single laptop only. So you must know about what? The DNS of Oracle. So in which system this is present? Same system. That is every system having a DNS whose default name is what? Localhost. And whose default IP address is 127.0.0.1. This part which I already covered in the networking only. So what is the local host? It is the name of the machine where my database software is residing. By default, in my system, single laptop only, my Python program will present, plus Oracle database is also present, whose DNS is called localhost, whose IP address is called 127.0.1, which is known as what? Default IP address. I hope you are following me. So, online students, is it clear, ma'am? Is it clear? Coming to the whatever I said that you need to follow. Port number, whenever it is required, I will tell you. When it is not required, you need not to. If at all you are interested, you can mention it, you will get wrong result. So coming to the point of it, whatever I am saying, you try to follow. Unnecessary thing, not necessary. Okay. So port number is required in where? Networking. That port number I want to use it here means it is your knowledge only. So I said this is a syntax. That's all. So coming to the point of it, now I'm going to enter into the syntax. I'm going to write it. So here I'm writing what is the Oracle DB connect. Now I'm writing what is my username? System. What is the password here? Tiger. And say at the rate localhost. Localhost and slash. How to find the service ID? Very, very simple. Go to my database. Go to the database. SQL plus. Here SQL plus. This is my Oracle I am starting. Asking what is your username. System I am saying. And next is called Tiger I am saying. See that it is giving an accessibility for me. To find the service ID here, we will say select star from. What is this? Select star from global. Select star from global underscore name. You will be getting service ID. Global name is called what? ORCL. That will differ from one system to another system. It is not constant. That will differ. Username also will differ. So I will write it what here? ORCL. ORCL. Anyone is wrong data passing. Anyone is like username, password, service ID wrong is passing. You will be getting exception. What that exception? Database error. Database error will be coming. Database error will come, which is present into which module? Oracle DB module. Already you know exceptions that will be carry forwarded. Are you following me? Any username, password, or any kind of thing of connection URL passing wrong, you will get database error. That part we need to handle it. So we are going to show you that. Is it understandable now? Variable name. This variable name is called. Once this is successfully created, connect the function returns what? Connection object it is going to return. CONOBJ or simply called one variable name called X. Like a filter function returns an object of filter. Like a map function returns an object of map. Like next one more is called what? CSV dot reader function returns an object of reader. CSV dot writer function returns an object of writer. CSV dot dict reader returns an object of dict reader. If you know subject. If we did not practice, we can't do anything else. These are all solid foundation. I already put it. Oracle DB dot connect of this one. This is going to be giving you what? Connection object it is going to give. X is an object of what? Connection. So here in the place of X, rhythmically, I'm saying as CONNOBJ. How do you print? Type of CONNOBJ, which is an object of connection class. So you will be getting class Oracle DB dot what? Connection. You will get like this. DB, Oracle DB is a module. In that connection is a class, which is whose object returned by what? Connect. So here, once this is successfully done, what is established? Connection will be established. Connection will be established. From Python program, what is established? Connection will be established. So over the connection, your communication will start now. Over the connection, communication will start. Once the connection is established, once the connection is established, your request will start sending. Once the connection is established, once you get internet connection physically to your laptop, you can start sending the request. Now I am going to send what? This connection is established. Now you are ready to send what? Request. You are ready to send the request from which program? Python program to the database software. So important concept it is. So coming to this area. Now with this connection, I'm going to send the request making. How to send the request and all we are going to understand. Is it clear? First, let me go for showing this documentation, small documentation. Whatever is explained that I'm going to show you now. So let us just watch it now. So here I'm having this place. Here I'm having under this communication between program and this one. Just to try to understand the first part. Explanation I'm giving it, explanation of the same steps, either CX underscore Oracle or Oracle DB. Depends on Python version we are using it. Come on here, explanation. Step number one. Import CX underscore Oracle or Oracle DB. Depends on Python version and other modules required. When Python programmer want to communicate with Oracle database, the Python programmer must either import either import CX underscore Oracle module up to Python 3.10 or Oracle DB module from 3.11 and higher. Import CX underscore Oracle as CRC, or I can say import Oracle DB as ORC. This is called a module import. Second one, very, very useful concept. Every Python program must obtain the connection from Oracle database. After importing either CX underscore Oracle or Oracle DB module, Python program must get the connection from Oracle database. To get the connection from Oracle database, we must use a connect function, which is present in CX underscore Oracle, which is present into Oracle DB module also. The same connect function present into MySQL also, MongoDB also. Everywhere connect function is same. But what will change? Module will change. That's why PDBC with any database software is dead easy. Syntax is what? Variable name is equal to Oracle DB dot connect username, password, DNS, service ID, or variable name Oracle DB connect username, password, IP address, service ID. Here a spoon feeding explanation. What is variable name? I'm giving you what is variable name. Oracle DB, connect the username, password, DNS, service ID. Everything I'm giving a spoon feeding here. Variable name represents a connection object of type class Oracle DB dot connection. Oracle DB, what is this Oracle DB? Represents predefined third party module. Developed by whom? Anthony. Is a third party module not present into where? Python. That's why we know how to install it. Pip install or go to Python PyCharm and you know how to configure. Today I'm going to tell you a new concept for you, how to use a CSV file in where NumPy. Actually today I need to start pandas, but I will tell you a new concept recently added, files with NumPy. Files NumPy with database communication. So great topic. So I want to tell you that. That is a finishing topic I want to tell. Without telling also you can say, okay, it is completed. But when you are getting in the industry, you have to do it. Well, yesterday, one of my student who is working in the industry sent that query. So how to retrieve the data from CSV file using NumPy. So I made him to send that. I immediately did that is the query, and he's working in night shift in one place. I got that at 10 o'clock. I got that mail and I send him that solution also. And I prepared 4 or 5 solutions I prepared for you. JSON file, how to get the data in NumPy. CSV file, how to get the data in NumPy. And I prepared extra, how to get the data from database through NumPy. These are all called great topics. Without telling also, you can say, okay, NumPy is over, like other institute, what they are doing it. So you have to read that. You have to hold it. Oracle DB, Oracle DB. So here I am going to say, represents what? Third party module. Next is called what? Connect. One of the predefined function used for obtaining the connection from where? Oracle database. Here username represents username of Oracle database. Password represents password of Oracle database. DNS stands for what? Domain naming service. DNS represents name of the physical machine where database software resides. The default DNS of every computer is localhost. If you go to the industry, they will give you what? When you go to Wipro or TCS something, they will have their own machine name is there or some IP address they will tell you. 168.168.0.1 like that they will tell the IP address. But I can write it because this is one of the mission IP network that I can mention in the IP address because we are working on the same system now. Same system IP address is what? 127.0.0.1. So IP address represents Internet Protocol stands for. IP address represents physical address of the machine where database software resides. The default IP address of every computer is 127.0.0.1, which is known as loopback address. And by this time, it is very easy for you. Already we did network programming, socket programming. And next is called what? Service ID represents what? Alias name or alternative name to the original name. Your name is called what? Yogesh, something like, or Rohit, or something like. These are all called what? These are all called what? Names. Something like Suni. These are all, Suni is, I think so, is a nickname only. Suni, am I correct? Sir, will you teach database classes? Database classes are dead easy, my dear student. Database classes are dead easy. So they are very easy. That's why I said the book name also for you. Oracle book name, I said no. I said no. Index part I wrote it. If you read that book daily, two pages, 3 pages, if you read, within 2.5 months, you will become expert in Oracle. Even no teacher is required. No teacher required. That much good book it is. When I was a student, one of my sir said, I read that book. Even I can teach Oracle itself. 4 months I will explain. And that much knowledge you can get from that. First of all, we must have the habit of reading books. Reading books is important. I don't know whether you will read books or not. Will you read books? Hmm? Textbooks? Will you read textbooks? Not saying say. Not say. No internal marks here. Will you read textbooks? చెప్పండమ్మా. Will you read? Will you read? Will you read? Hmm. Will you read? No. Then how subject will come, you tell me? If you eat very good food, you will become strong. If you read good books, you will become strong. Correct or not? Like that. Read, students. Reading is important. For example, you take me. If I teach good topics, I feel very happy because I'm taking good things to my students. Suppose NumPy with files, NumPy with a CSV file, NumPy with a JSON file, NumPy with a database. So superpower it is. Nobody will explain. I'm explaining. I feel proud of it. NumPy, anywhere else, 1 or 2 classes, NumPy is over, students. Data science, you take it anywhere, here also anywhere. 1 or 2 classes, NumPy over. You will become pi. Pi, pi. One pi, 2 paisa, 3 paisa, like that. When you learn NumPy like our classes, you will become what? Highest currency in the software field. Otherwise, it will be a pi. Pandas, 1 or 2 days, you will become panda. Kinder Joy, inside Panda will be there. Kinder Joy, inside Panda will be there, where child can play. Like that, today's education is very, very dangerous, students. You don't know that. Of course, they are changing their mindset according to student mentality only. That is also one problem. Everything become commercial. That is the main point. And the student can't understand that. Student want what? Fun in the classes. Of course, our students will not expect it. Hmm? Right? So Arshad, Mohammed, only material in our college days, sir. Okay. That's what, my dear student. So we know, that time we know reading material is wrong, need to read textbook. All these things you know. You know that, na? But will you do that? Will you overcome that? No, we don't overcome that. Why? That's all. Reasons so many. Okay. But I don't know. While I am a student, I used to read only textbook and academically. Academic textbooks I used to read. Only textbooks. So, any students come to the point, service ID represents alias name or alternate. That's why I'm giving a detailed notes for you. Pukka notes I will give you. After showing the program only, I'm showing the concept for you. So next, to find the service ID of Oracle database, we use what? the following query at which environment? SQL environment. Here you see SQL environment. Because some of our students will execute the statement in the Python command prompt. Because I've seen it, that's why I wrote SQL environment, SQL prompt also wrote it over there. Not only one or two students, 4 5 students will execute the statement in the Python command prompt they will execute. Pip install also they will use in the Python command prompt. This is what people are not able to remember also. Need to read the notes. Output is global underscore name ORCL. In my system, it is ORCL. In my home laptop, it is called XE, Express Edition. By default, it is an XE. In this system, it is called what? Oracle 19. 19 version is there, where it is taking ORCL. It will differ. It will differ. You can give your own service name also during your installation. Are you following me? So next is called what? Here, here, username, password, DNS, service ID is called what? Connection URL of the Oracle database. Next is called what? If we write or specify any part of username, password as wrong, then we get an exception called what? Oracle DB.database error. Are you following me? Now I want to write a program for how to get the connection from Oracle database. Online students, please respond. Is the step number 2 clear? It is hot for the programming. Is it clear? Step number 2, quick. Everybody need to respond. Okay, write down. Open the notes. Write a Python program. So Giri responding, Ramakrishna responding, Vijay responding, Yogesh responding, Chandramouli responding, Nagaraju responding. Others are not responding. Usha responding. Others are not responding. Why I don't know. Rohit, now it is responding. So need to respond, students. When I am asking means you need to talk to the faculty. Otherwise, what is the use, students? What is the need of asking you? Just tell me. So it is your good purpose only I am asking. Na? Write a Python program. Feel responsible. Write a Python program which will establish the connection from, 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 which will establish the connection from Oracle database. Oracle database. Okay. Let me go to students. I'll go to where? PyCharm I will go. PyCharm. You know PyCharm, na? You know how to configure in PyCharm also? Yes. Let me close this entire stuff. Go to this place. I'm going to take it. 7 a.m. Oracle DB. Yesterday we started, no? Import this one. Oracle DB. I was executed yesterday. What is the version I got it? 2.4.1. Now today I'm going to, this was installed already in the class. Do you know how to configure here? Tell me, how do you do, ma? Main menu. Go to where? Settings. Settings. Your project name. What is your project name? 7am Oracle DB. Say Python interpreter. There is a Oracle DB already installed or not? Today what I'll do is I will uninstall. What is that uninstall? Minus. Minus is there or not? That minus is called what? Uninstalled. So package Oracle DB successfully uninstalled. Say OK. Once you say OK, you will get red underline. Are you following me? So here you go for what? Run this. What is that now? Module not found. So this is called third party module. That's why not able to find. Understand? So coming to that, how do you do now? Come on, how do you do this now? Go for install. How, how you need to install? Go to settings. Once again, I'm showing settings, any module. Any module is concerned, go for that. Oracle DB, and next is what? Python interpreter. Python interpreter with what? Plus. Plus. You say plus. I need to go for plus. Here I am going to write it Oracle DB. Oracle DB. Here I am going to write it Oracle DB. This is Oracle DB. Is called what? Python interface to what? Oracle database. Author name. It is available in the GitHub. To install this module, you must have the internet connection. If internet connection is not there, when you try to look for it, when you try to use pip install something, you will get HTTP connection error will come. HTTP connection error. So since I'm having the internet connection, so it is my PyCharm environment bring all the IDs which are there in the GitHub, all the modules which are present in that. Now you click on where install package, install now. So it is installed successfully installed, installed. So say close, say okay. Now after that you try to run it. So this is called testing, whether it is there or not. Are you following me? Well, now I'm going to the first time this program. New Python file, Oracle connection test, connection test dot py, connection test 1.py, 1.py. So here I'm going to write it. Program for demonstrating, program for demonstrating, program for demonstrating how to get, how to get the connection from, how to get the connection from Oracle DB, Oracle DB using artificial intelligence students with a NumPy pandas, you can find out. Suppose you are at the age of 22 years, correct? After at the age of 50 years, how you look like also you can find out. After 50 years, how you look like also you can find out. After 75 years, how you look like also you can find out. You can find out at 100 years also how to find out you will get it. And in healthcare sector, I don't know whether you know these developments or not, I don't know. This is happening presently in the big healthcare sector also. Of course, it is already there from the last 5 years onwards. A person who is a healthier person now. There are some softwares are there in healthcare sector implemented with the AI. What problems will come in the near future to the healthy person that can also be predicted. And nobody will going for the test today. These days, nobody is going for that. Why? If they found now only about the future, they'll get disappointed or not. Correct or not? That's why. Still, it is not. But there are some people who are interested. What will happen if I get some years? What problems will come? That problem solving solutions also they are providing now. This is the development in the healthcare sector. This is called a prediction of what diseases may be attacking to the particular person at so and so age. From now only, the precaution will be taken. Example in AIMS, you know, na? In AIMS, a person who is a 40 years old went for diabetic test. Diabetic test. Diabetics, you know, na? Hypertension, diabetes. This is one case study in the artificial intelligence and data science field. So he's diabetic is expected at the age of 55 years. He went for the test, they said that. And that to avoid that, what type of precautions to be taken, that is providing also. So when he follow, definitely that can be overcome, it seems. Correct or not? So definitely with forecasting knowledge, he can improve his knowledge. Right now he is diabetic free, but after so many some years, he is getting that so and so problem. How to overcome that also it is suggesting. It's good, na? So this is what the things are happening about the AI, data science, and everything in the field of computer science. That's why don't try to take out traditional things like Java, X, Y, Z, and all those things. Try to shift over to the modern field. So I'm a Java expert, worked so many years in the industry. Now I'm taking classes, Python from last 10 years onwards, along with my Java. Of course, when we say these things, Java professionals unable to digest also. They'll try to fire on something. Like in news broadcasting, real estate in so and so city is getting down, and real estate business people are getting fire on them. When rates are not increasing or not selling it out of the property every month, it is getting down only. No? So it's a open factor. It is also same thing. Understand? So coming to the point of it. So ultimately, you should be a good professional. So Oracle connection tester. So what should I import? Oracle DB as ORC. It is your own alias name, you take it. Next, I will take it as what? Hmm. First step, this is. Step number one. This is called step number one. Step number two, get the connection. CONOBJ is equal to some name. CONOBJ is equal to ORC dot connect. ORC dot connect. I need to pass connection URL. What is it? System slash tiger at the rate. What is this? Localhost as what is this? ORCL. Beautiful. Now I'm getting Python program. Python program got a connection from which database? Oracle database. Okay, now I'm printing type of CONOBJ, comma, type of CONOBJ. Beautiful. Try to run it. It is called step number two. Step number two. Try to run it. So you got it. So Python program got connection from Oracle DB. To the type connection of Oracle DB. Understood? Every object behind there is a class. Done. Now I'm passing a wrong password. Tiger 1 I am taking. Tiger 1. Actually, it is called Tiger. When you say, see my dear student, go to the place, I will reconnect to my Oracle. Connect. Connect. Enter username system. Now I'm entering the password as what? Tigers I am entering. Or Tiger 1 only I entered. What is an answer you see? Login denied, you will get it. SEMA ORA 01017 invalid username or password logon denied. This is an error at where? Oracle environment. That error I want to capture in where? Python through exception handling. Third party exceptions can be handled in Python even. So I will connect. I'll connect to that now. Say system. Now you enter properly. Tiger, it is getting connected. This message also I can capture through Python program. Sir, how to do that, sir? I'm getting Tiger one I'm writing. You enter it. You are getting error. See the error. See the error. Such a big error is coming. Such a big error is coming. How much big error? Oracle DB dot exceptions dot database error. Oracle, here I am writing invalid username and password. Such a big technical error message is coming. Log on denied. So how do you suppress everything? As a good programmer, what I will do? I will write like this. What? Okay. So what I will do? Except what is this now? ORC dot what is this? Database error as what? Hmm. Invalid connection URL. Invalid connection URL. Invalid connection URL. Check once. Try to write this now. Try to run this. Beautiful. Invalid connection. So what is happening? ORC dot Oracle database error. Here it is going to be a database error. Database error this is. So I written wrong. So now you run this. So what is happening? Invalid connection URL. Check once. Understand? If you give that message, it is called what? Technical error message. What is the definition of exception handling? The process of converting the technical error messages into user-friendly error message. How systematically explained for you? Very systematically. Nobody knows. Now, if I want to get that message, which message? Database related message. If you want to get it, very simple, sir. Comma. What I will do? As what? KVR. What is a KVR? KVR is an object of this database error, which will capture third party technical error messages. If at all you are interested in, what you will do? Just print what here? KVR you print it. KVR can hold what? ORA error messages. It is an alias name of this kind of thing, just like an object. Of course, no use of that. Don't worry about it. This is going to be printed like that. Just I'm taking that. How can I capture the other party exceptions in Python also? Oracle also contains exceptions. No teacher will explain. Anywhere, they won't explain because they don't know, first of all. That's why they don't explain. Suppose yesterday I found that something new. I want to tell to my students. I was prepared the programming for you. To 11:30 I prepared. Because I'm learning newly, because the task came and I'm explaining to you. So, so students are getting benefited. They'll prove by themselves that they are proud of it in doing the things. Correct or not? So that is the subject. Subject should be always supposed to be improved. I'm a senior most faculty. I don't tell subject means it is not a government job. No, I have to terminate, remove. Who teaches good, they're supposed to be. And student also must remember. So go to the place and here, why people are not going to government schools? Why they are going to even private school? Just having some wrong opinion. It's correct also. It's correct also. But when we were the students, when we studied in government school, that time teachers used to teach more committed. These days, totally out. So come to the point of it. What is this now? I'm going to take up that point here like this. I think you are following me. This is a part of getting. So check once. Now I'm going to take up here. Tiger only I'm writing. It is proper. Now you are getting the connection. Are you getting it? The same thing, online students. I hope you are following me. One more example I want to tell you. What is the next example? New I'm taking. It is called a 2.py. 2.py. So I'm taking it. Copy the same thing. Here I'm going to write it. So here I'm going to write it 2.py. In place of localhost, what I will write it? 127.0.0.1. What is this 127.0.0.1? Default IP address. Default IP address. Don't tell IP address. When you say certain thing, there should be more meaning must be there. What is 127.0.0.1? Default IP address of every system, because in this system only my Python program plus database software is present. That's why we are writing it. Same example. So if we pass it, something wrong here, same exception will be coming. Is it clear? This is about how to get the connection. Once the connection is established, next what should I do? Once connection is, this is a Python program, and next is called a database called Oracle. Connection is established. Next, what is happening? Road connectivity is created. Next, what should I do? I must create an object of cursor. Why cursor object is required? Which is just like a vehicle between two stations. Vehicle between two stations, which will carry the request of Python programmer, put it into the database, execute it, and getting back to the result to Python program. So create an object of what? Cursor. So that is how do you create an object of cursor? Very simple, student. Now I'm going to write it. Now I'm going to say directly to you. What is this now? Oracle cursor, cursor example.py, cursor example.py. Very smart program. So there I'm going to say program for program for demonstrating or creating an object of cursor. What is the cursor? Cursor is an object. Cursor is an object which is used for carrying the request from Python program to what? Database. and bring the result from database to where? Python program. Take MySQL also same, DB2 also same. Cursor object is permanent creation. How do you create? Same to same. Whatever you have done it, same thing I am writing here also, here also. After getting the connection, after getting the connection, next what are you doing? What are you doing? Over the connection object, on the top of the connection object, we must create what? Cursor object. To create an object of cursor, we are going to have to use cursor function. What is the function name? Cursor function. And every function of Python belongs to what? Either module or object. Either module అని ఉంటుంది or object అని ఉంటుంది. Take list. L1 is equal to what? List of. And what we are saying? L1 dot append. What is L1? Object. NP dot what? Array. What is array of function? Belongs to which module? ORC dot connect. Connect is called what? Function. Belongs to which module? ORC. Oracle DB module. So function belongs to either module or function belongs to object. Here, object. So that we are going to say this cursor object. How you can understand? This is the connectivity established, right? This is called a connection object. In the connection object, on the top of connection object, I need to create an object of cursor. This cursor function present into where? Connection object. Connection object I need to write it. Con dot what? Cursor of. It returns which object? Cursor obj. Cursor obj. Generally people will say what? Oracle DB dot ORC dot entered. ORC dot. ORC dot cursor. See some different color came or not? Which is not there. Which is not there. You will get what? Oracle DB has no attribute called what? Cursor of. Cursor of is not there. Cursor of is not there. Cursor is a class. Here capital C. That I will write it. Oracle DB dot. What is that? Cursor of. What is this now? Python program. Python program created which object? Cursor object. Cursor object. So there I will print the type of CUR. Type of CUR obj is equal to type of CUR obj, which is going to print here like this. What is that object? Here already you know this object was what? Connection object. This was object of connection. This was an object of connection. This is an object of what? Cursor. This is an object of cursor. CUR, CUR, SOR. What is capital C? Plus. What is this cursor of? Function. Function. Try to run this. Beautiful output. Cursor object created. Cursor C capital. CUR obj is an object of cursor. I think you are following me. Connect function gives you connection object. Connection object gives you cursor object. With the cursor object, I will execute my queries. Step number 3. Online students. Step number 3. Are you, am I clear about it? Sorry, comfortable about this? Quickly, everybody. So, coming to the steps here, step number 3. Read out now. So, read out step number 3. Every Python program must create an object of cursor. The purpose of creating cursor object is that to carry the query from Python program to what? Oracle database and brings the result from Oracle database and hand over to the Python program. So what is that query, sir? Already said, this is a database terminology, students. A query is nothing but a request, or it is called one type of question to the database. Like I will ask my database software, please insert the student record in the student table. Python program cannot do that. Python program definitely has to take the help of what? Come on, database. So that query I have to send through whom? Cursor. Cursor will hand over that query to whom? Database. Database will execute and tell to Python programmer, I inserted the record. I am sending the result over to what? Cursor object. So cursor object is a messenger between what? Python program and that's all. To create an object of cursor, we use a predefined function called a cursor of, which is present in where? Connection object. Variable name is equal to connection object dot cursor of. Here variable name is an object of class Oracle DB dot cursor. Online students, I hope cursor object creation is important. What is the cursor also I said now. Shall I move to the further now? Right. Cursor object ready. Cursor object ready. Go to the diagram. My cursor object ready. Like this. This is something like a bus. Something like a bus. In one station it is ready. Road is established. Cursor object ready. This is called a cursor object. CUR object. Cursor object this is. Next, what should I do? Cursor object created. Third step over. Connection is completed. Connection completed. Cursor object also created. Next, what should I do? We need to keep the query in that. What is your question? You need to take up. You need to keep the cursor in that. You need to keep a query in that. You need to keep a query inside of that. You need to keep a query inside of that cursor object. So that kind of query object I need to take care. So how do you write the query now? Very carefully, I am going to say. See students, queries in any database are of three types. Last class only I said how many levels of databases are there? How many levels? Three. Physical level, logical level, view level. Logical level is also known as what? Conceptual level. What physical level will do? Structuring the table. For that some queries are there. Conceptual level, that means to insert the data, to delete the data, to update the data, that is called what? Conceptual level. For that some queries are there. For viewing the records, for that one more query is there. So queries are of three types. One is what? DDL queries, DML queries, DRL queries. What is DDL queries will do? Full form of DDL, your favorite answer? Data definition language. Don't tell this your favorite answer because your favorite answers are definitely rejected answers in the companies. DML is called what? Data manipulation. DRL is what? Data retrieval. Retrieving means viewing. What is the DDL? If somebody asks, these are used for dealing with the physical level of the database. Definitely interview will ask me what is meant by physical level. In physical level part, I will create a table with the column names. I will resizing the column sizes and I will remove the columns also. I will remove the table also. That is called DDL will do. DML will do what? DML will do what? Manipulation about the records, like inserting record, deleting record, changing the record values. Suppose your marks increased by 2%. It's called updation. You are adding newly. That is called what? Insertion. You are taking TC and going to higher studies. It will be removing from the current records. That is known as what? DML. DRL, you are viewing, you are selecting and seeing that. So here, DDL, create, alter, crop are the queries in Oracle. And a DML, insert, delete, update. And a DRL, select. And do you know one open secret? See students, I am writing one open thing. I will take it as a new thing. New thing I will take it. Paint here. Do you know one thing, student? This is called Oracle. This is called MySQL. This is called DB2. This is called any database you take it. And this is a number 1 point to remember all of you. This is a Oracle. This is called MySQL. This is called, DB2. DB2. This you must be knowing about something like MongoDB. MongoDB. These are the things you have. Students, when you are dealing these kind of things, there is a common language is required to communicate with all the people. So all programmers in the industry, These are all called all the programmers in the industry. All programmers. All programmers. These are all called what? All programmers. These are all called all programmers. Here I will write all programmers. All programmers. Communicate with whom? All programmers communicate with whom? Databases through a standard language called what? SQL. Through a standard language called SQL. So you can communicate with Oracle. You can communicate with a database like MySQL. To any database you want to communicate, there is a standard language called what? SQL. That is stands for what? Your favorite answer, structured query language. Where full forms you are already masters. For the, especially I need them to tell you what is SQL. SQL is a common language. Common language. It's a standard database language which is used to communicate with all the programmers to communicate with any database. Syntaxes remains same. That's why once you know one database, remaining databases are easy to learn it. But languages are not like that. Languages definitely teacher has to explain. That's why database programmers will have less salary compared to what? Language programmers. Because programming means always creativity in thinking and dealing with applications. So what is SQL? It is a standard language for all the programmers to communicate with databases. So don't think that SQL for Oracle different, SQL for MySQL different, SQL for DB2 different, SQL for MongoDB different. No. Once you know one SQL of one database, 99.99% remains same only. Nothing is different. So students, now I'm going to say, start here. Fourth step, every Python program must design a query, place the query in the cursor object and send execution in database. A query is a request or a question to the database software for performing any database operation from Python program. To execute a query from Python program in Oracle database, we use a predefined function called what? Execute. Connect function gives you connection. Connection object dot cursor will give you cursor object. Cursor object dot what function? Execute. Which is present in where? Cursor object. Cur object dot execute. Pass the query. Here the query can be either DDL or DML or DRL. I will execute all these programs and I will show you. So that is what I am saying, the index also here. See the index. Steps for communicating, types of queries, executing DDL, executing examples, executing DML, executing DRL. I will go to a bank to open an account. Which one that is? Insert. I will go to daily to the bank to update or deposit or withdraw the money, which is known as what? Your account balance is updating. You are closing the account. You are shifting your job to some other city. You are closing that account. That's called what? Deleting the account. That is known as what? So that is known as what? Executing DML. So before you are going to maintain the depositing details and all, the bankers will create what? Tables or not? That is a creating. That is called a creating the table and altering and dropping. All those things I will explain to you perfectly for you. And metadata programming also I will explain. So now coming to the point of this. So right, Monickel, thank you, my dear student. So I will move to the further. I'll move to the further. So this is I'm going to enter into this. Is it following me? Right. So coming to this point here, here we can execute either a DDL or what? DML or DRL. So this is fourth step. This fourth step related thing will be coming after the holidays. So today I'm not going to what is DDL, DML and all up to here. If I enter into DDL, DML, again I have to go for tomorrow also I have to take the class. So instead of that, you also take, because I am also going today evening to my home. Today evening after my 8 o'clock class is over, 7:30 class is over, I am going to my home. So what is your home? Where is your home? We are settled in Hyderabad only, but yearly once we go to AP. AP. We go to AP. So in AP we go. So evening, night I will go to this place along with my family members. So anyhow, we'll be stopping this. We'll stop this discussion now. Next class is on Monday. Online students, are you? Smiley, which district? Prakashan district, ma. Prakashan district. Prakashan district. Okay. So anyhow, I'll stop this Monday. So we will go for what? No, no. Evening class is there. See, these doubts are really giving problem. At what time? Night 8 p.m. I said. After that, our class will be over at 7:30 now. All classes are same. Today it is going to be all classes are there today up to evening. 9 o'clock class is there, 11 is there, 4 is there, 6 o'clock class, 6 o'clock class is also there. After all the classes, I'll go for it. Sai Sindhu, you are also same district, ma. Very good. Raj, you are also from same district. Okay, good. So good. See, one of the funny moment in 4 years back when I'm taking classes, one of my village person adjacent to my home only. I don't know him, he don't know me. Even a lot of people don't know me in my village because we in my childhood days only to study and all. I was there in different places. That person is just exactly adjacent to me only, but adjacent to our house. I know their parents. When I was in the school studies, their parents I know, they know me. But I don't know that parents, grandchildren, and all. I don't know. He don't know me also. When we went to this festival, he also came. I don't know. He is looking at me differently. He is looking far away and he will look at me and like this. He is coming to offline student. He is seeing. I always seeing. I have seen this guy somewhere else like that. He is looking at me. Whenever I look at, he will move that side. Again, he will look at me. I called after one day. Why are you looking at me? I said, sir, are you KV Rao, sir? He asked some people also. They know full name of mine in my hometown. They don't know shortcut, no? Correct or not? So I said, why? So no, sir, I'm coming to your class, he said. I said, I only use in teaching to Python because I don't wear outside specs. I will wear specs here only for system purpose. So that time, all the days he is enjoying. The moment he come to know that I am a faculty for him, he is not coming out of the home also. He is inside only. He's fearing a lot even after going there. So everybody knows that, but this student don't know that I am from that same village. Adjacent person also don't know to these days who is what and who is that. So like that present world is. So anyhow, students, Rajkumar, sir, our database faculty, sir, our database hmm, faculty, sir, also not given this much of explanation about database. Okay, Usha, okay, you are also. People are like that. That said already. I said already. Student has to come up like anything only because of subject. They should have that commitment first of all. So, any of students, Rajkumar, so I made my level best. Laksha, thank you, ma. Thank you. So, so I'm going to stop my class, and the next class is on Monday. You don't go anywhere, okay? If you go anywhere, Sunday night you come and stay in Hyderabad once again. Monday morning you come. Okay, students. Shravan, what is your full name? You are asking. Okay, at the end of the class, I will tell you. Okay, now. So don't worry. So I'll stop my class. Next class is on Monday. Okay. Happy Dasara for everybody. So, right. So, Smiley, if he come out, he will be contacting his parents about his classes. Maybe he's having his own problems. So that's why he did not come out. So, Ranjan Patra, I learned Oracle from, okay, 15 years back. Okay. He's also like you and teaching your skill. Okay. Thank you, Ranjan Patra. That's what. If they're having some more experience, ethical faculty is required. That is what I'm saying it. But these days the people are coming and explaining now, very danger. Like a gun they are coming and taking and firing, like misfiring that is called. misfiring. That's what the problem is happening. Okay, students, take care. All the best. Happy Dasara for everybody. Don't miss on Monday class. Okay, students, online, offline students, carry on. Any doubts are there? You hold on. I will clarify.